hello everyone. I'll give you a quick run through and explain what I'm doing with this tower and the modifications that I've done. Anyways, that's the water pump that's in there. I have it fully adjusted to max, and I have them switch that little black dot there that's facing here so that I can easily adjust it if I need to. And what happens basically is the water from the bottom gets pumped all the way up to the top of this tower into that very top ring, and then it rains through holes down through all of this, which actually aerates it, and then the plants absorb the nutrients that it needs, and then it comes back into the system. So with this system, you're going to have to keep an eye on the nutrients, keep an eye on the parts per million, you know, you got to keep an eye on that stuff and then keep up on it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use water from these guys, the tank right here. I'm going to pump it into here and then pH it, and then check the parts per million or the total dissolved solids on it, and then keep an eye. Might have to add a different nutrient to it, which I don't really want to, but we'll see. But I'm going to cheat. I'm going to start this cycle soon here. I'm going to buy a few already growing plants, rinse the roots out, and throw them in the system just to get it working, and then I'm going to germinate ones for the rest of it. But these lights, you can tell, are definitely aftermarket and not supposed to belong on here. But I really could not afford the $400 to $500 lights that's supposed to go on here, which is supposed to sit on top with a cap and then has its own timer and everything, which is really cool, and I really wanted it, but I just no way I could afford it. So these lights here, as you've seen in the intro, the brand, but they are very lightweight LEDs. I think this is aluminum, and then the rest is all plastic. What I did was I used their little clips and I screwed them into here, and then I used a zip tie to secure it on there because I have bumped them off already when I was playing around with this and moving it, so I figured make it dummy proof and use a zip tie and keep it stuck on there. And then I just tied up the wires like that. I looped the system, so I got two hooked up to one power bar, or like power cord. They do send you pigtails and an extra 2 cords like this so that you could cut it and make it the length you want. But you never know, I might use these somewhere else, so I didn't want to do that, and I just figured use these, leave it the way it is, and then we'll see from there. But anyways, there's 8 of them. I paid $80 to get them shipped to the middle of Saskatchewan, and that's total cost, so it was free shipping on the site. They did take a long time. Reached out to the company and asked what was going on, and they offered me money off, but I didn't accept it because it wasn't their fault. It was Canada Post and Amazon. So these guys, they're pretty nice people, and I'm going to use their lights and see how this system works. I am going to add an air stone into here yet, because when the cycle is running, it runs for 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off, 15 on, 15 off, or however you set it. But I'm going to do it 15 on, 15 off. But then in the evening, it's only going to come on once every hour for 15 minutes. But I would just like air to be in there pumping all the time, and then that way, even if the power goes out and my backup power keeps that air pump going, then the water won't go stagnant or anything like that. I might end up getting everything hooked up to power bars and that have backup batteries and see. But anyways, that's the basics of it, and then I'll show you a clip of the water coming down in through one of these cups there, and then the next episode we'll have some plants in there and see how it's going. But that's basically it. I've had this thing for quite a while without getting it going, and it's sad that the other person used it outside, but at the same time it's still going to be good, and I don't really care if it's bright white or not. But I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. I still have a big enough area here easily to get my big ass hands through, and then this area here, of course, I left it a bit wider open so that I don't have any issues with pumping water in and out and stuff like that. But you can see the way it is, the light isn't too far off of where the plants are going to grow. So I'll put up a quick picture here and show you what it looks like with the cover off and with the cover on side by side. And you can see it's quite a bit brighter. If you did need way brighter light, I don't think you will, but you could take those covers off. But that's the basics, and I'll stop rambling. In the next episode, you'll see something growing in here. That's my version of it, and this is the way it's going to be, and I'm just going to grow a bunch of vegetables. But anyways, thanks for watching, and hope you stay tuned and come back for our next episode. Have a good one.